Hey, shalom, family. So today, this is about a covering, women's covering. This has been something that's been brought to me so many times over the past couple of weeks, and I know that this just needs to be discussed. The covering of a woman is so important, and this is a physical and a spiritual covering we're speaking about. To help give it a basis for those who don't have this understanding, is going to be we're going into the book of the law, the Torah. We're going into Numbers at 30, the rules regarding vows, and that a woman is not even able to make a vow unless her father approves it. If she gives a vow and inside of the same time frame, inside the same day, and her father hears it and he does not agree with it, does not want her to do it, then he is able to void out that vow that she's making upon herself, even if she's speaking to the Most High Yahuwah. If he hears his vow, then he has the authority to make it null and void. And Yahuwah says that he will forgive her. So this same authority gets transferred unto the husband upon marriage. And so this aligns perfectly as well too as we go into 1 Corinthians and we speak about Paul's writings regarding headship in the biblical order. It all aligns the same way. It first goes up to Yahuwah or Yahusha Mahashiach, the Christ, and then the man, and then the wife and children. So it goes into that same order. So the thing is that we talk about this headship. Even when you are praying and prophesying as a woman, you need to have your head covered. There is a reason for this. And it says that you are dishonoring your head, and you may as well go ahead and shave your head if you are not going to do it. And it says if you are, then it's a shame to you to have your head shaven. So let this woman have her hair covered. Because as you go back, you start to understand, even inside of the scripture, it states, because a woman should have power over her head, right? Because it was even for the angels that sought after her. And so it's so spiritual. We talk about these angels, going back to Genesis 6. Those angels are the ones who wanted the woman. They had laid with the woman and had children with the woman. They went and took their own wives because of how beautiful they were, their hair. They had never seen these type of things before because the woman was created for the man. And it says that. So the whole thing, when you're sitting there battling all those different things, that how am I supposed to trust my man? How am I supposed to do this? Well, the point is that you need to trust that man because he is your head. He is here to protect you. You might not like everything he's doing. You might not like everything he says, but he's here to protect you. And that's where the Most High Yahuwah placed him for, to be able to protect you. Because there's so many influences. And then you start hearing these guys that talk in your ear like, oh yeah, let me come and get at you. Demons, angels that come to try to lay with you still to this day. And so it is so important, even for a woman that is so anointed, that has so much biblical knowledge and has been given a spirit of helping and just being out and helping others and stuff like that. You still need a covering. It doesn't matter how wise you are as a woman. You need your physical covering. For the other people, they're going to say, oh, Psalms 91. Yahuwah is your spiritual covering. He is. He's your fortress. And his truth, which is his word, is your shield. And what does his word go back to say? That this man needs to be over top of you. That this man has authority over even the things that you do even for him. And so it goes back into a woman being the weaker vessel. It's not to take away and say that she's not able to do great things, because a virtuous woman does amazing things. Proverbs 31. She does amazing things. She's wise. She's able to do many things with her hands. She strengthens her physical body, her arms, her legs. She's not over here all obese. She's constantly doing things to help better her family, her husband, and speaking highly about her husband. It's so many different things that go back and help you be able to understand more, that we as a people have to understand this. And there are many women that will read through that Numbers verses and say that, oh, a man can't tell me how I can talk to my God. He can't tell me. Well, yes, he can, because that's what Yahuwah said. Even if you're doing something to him, if he says no, then it's no. And so that's where it's like us being able to get out of the mindset of me, the mindset of you in a mindset of him and what his truth says, his word, his knowledge that he's given to us. Because as in Hosea, it says that people perish for a lack of knowledge. You have to be able to read and understand and have the spirit to do it. Because many can read the word, they can read and see it, and you can be a hearer of the word, but you need to be a doer. Because all these things that I'm talking about right now, this is all his word. This is coming from the mouth of the Most High Yah, and his word says it. Plain and simple. But a lot of us really don't want to hear that because it's our flesh that talks. It's the demons and to have strongholds over our life of struggling to be able to accept things that keep us from being able to do it. And we have to denounce those things, those imaginations that come to you. You're supposed to bring those down because they're exalting themselves over the Most High Yah. And that's adultery. And that's the main thing that people don't understand. When you are putting something above him, you are adultering the Most High God. You are having another God before him. So yes, the whole adultery and then that first commandment as well too, like even having those things over him, they go one and the same. And so the more that you realize that you're just being disobedient to him inside of what his word says, because it says in scriptures as well too, I believe in 1 Samuel, it says that disobedience is the same as witchcraft. It's here to protect you. And it's not always about what we want, but it's about what we need. And he gives it to us. We may have some desires, but our desires have to align. They have to align with what inside of what is inside of his will. It has to align. And we got to be moving in the ways that he's telling us. We want to be blessed because it says that if we're doing his judgments, his statutes, his commandments, that we will prosper in everything that we do, regardless, whatever way we turn, we're going to prosper. And so we want our marriage to prosper. We want our lives to prosper. We want to be blessed. We want to be able to have things, so many different things we want on this physical earth that we are allowed to have as well and giving glory to him. But you have to follow his word, his truth first, because his truth is the protection against the spiritual warfare that we are in, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and high places. And you got to be able to pull those imaginations down. Those thoughts that say, oh, I can't listen to him because he's not wise enough. I can't listen to him. Well, he is your head. Regardless of how much knowledge you think that you have over him, he is still your head, and you can help him where he needs to be. Because at the end of the day, he has that power and authority, because regardless, it should have been, generally should have been your father to give you to that man to begin with. And if that didn't happen, then that's already rule number one. You're not in his truth. So I have to add this in there because I know a lot of sisters, brothers even, do not have a father in their life. If you do not have a father in your life, you need to get a spiritual father in your life. Someone who you trust, who is wise inside of the word, who is wise and is going to give unbiased counsel from the Most High Yah for you. If you do not have them, you need to get them. You need to actively seek someone who can truly cover you in truth and is guided by the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, and not by his own flesh. So you're not actually following his word and under his protection like you're supposed to be to begin with. Because you could pray about all the shield you got. The shield don't matter if you ain't following what he said to do, because his truth will protect you. The people that he's putting you in place around you will protect you. Are you still going around just praying around and doing all of this, uncovering yourself? This is also going into modesty as well too, but I'm not going to go into that right now. We're talking about physical, spiritual covering. But yes, the same way when you're getting that, you wear skimpy things, you wear things showing all your skin, showing all your body, stuff like that. You start opening yourself up for angels to have more attraction towards you, or demons, fallen angels to be able to come towards you and to enter into you. And so there's so many signs of it for women that slice on themselves, or that go and jump into other witchcrafts and stuff like that, or have a lot of tattoos, or get into all these self-painting masochism type of things. You're open. You're open for possession. All these different things, they open you up for possession. And when a man says, I don't want you wearing this, I don't want you having this in, that is love. That is love of the Most High Yah coming into you and protecting you from things that you might not even be able to see, because again, being the weaker vessel, you have many beautiful things to help but it's still you being the weaker vessel to be a help. And it's his job to make sure that all this is in order for who he has the answer to. And the same way that he has the answer to y'all, just like Adam, when he still got judged. He got punished because his woman came over there feeding him fruit, right? He got punished. Yet, it's because he listened to his wife. He hearkened unto his wife. That's why he got in trouble, even because it wasn't because of what she did. It's because what he listening to her instead of listening to what he said. So it goes right back into his truth. You have to follow his truth. You have to be obedient into what he says because it will protect us. And it may not be what we want, but it's what we need. And I give praise and all glory to the Most High Yah, Yahuwah, and his son, Yahushua Mashiach, and me, that he has done to be able to help get these words out. And I pray that it's reaching somebody as well, too. Because throughout, if he is not here and moving inside of us in the spirit, then we are nothing. Because that's what gives us the breath of life to begin with and giving us so much to be thankful for it every day. It's his breath of life, because these bodies are just husks, and our spirit that he knew before we were even formed is what gives us this life, and it's what gives us this purpose inside of us to be able to become better, for not just for this world, but the world to come, and creating a family and generations to be able to truly be inside of his kingdom in love and life and flourishing and prospering by following him, his commandments, his Torah. Thank y'all, and I'll see y'all.